So I've just read this article in the Telegraph from a trust CEO saying a generation of the worst parents ever seen has brought behaviour in schools to tipping point. Most of the families who behave in this manner are not disadvantaged, but the negative impact it has on disadvantaged pupils is extensive. If you are a teacher, I'd love to know what you think of this, and I'll put the link into the whole article because when I speak to schools and teachers, they will say that the number of complaints from a lot of the time, a very small minority of parents is making things so much harder. I know there'll be teachers who say that some parents are undermining schools. The classic "my child would never" email, the complaint at every drop of a hat, that absolutely makes managing behaviour harder. But I think there are some other reasons behind why this is happening, because behaviour doesn't exist in a vacuum. Over the last decade, children's lives have changed massively. Social media, screens, the decline of youth services, the post-COVID gaps in social skills. These are all feeding into what we see in the classroom. As much as I think these things can affect students, they can also affect parents. We cannot ignore the role social media plays in the way it's encouraged parents to complain. Social media profits from amplifying anger. A parent can make an accusation online, and before the school even has a chance to respond, it's been liked, shared, commented on hundreds of times. There's no scrutiny, no context, and the schools can't really fight back without breaking confidentiality. Then you've got the comparison culture. Parents scrolling through highlight reels of other people's perfect lives, the holidays, the smiling kids, perfect angelic kids, the big houses, and it's natural to feel inadequate. And when you feel inadequate, you do one or two things. You either overcompensate, giving in to your kids to keep them happy, or you start looking for someone to blame for why your life doesn't feel as perfect as everyone else's. And schools, I think, can be an easy target. In the current economic climate, with the cost of living crisis, it's harder for everyone. And when people are stressed, angry, and really struggling, they often lash out at whoever looks like they're in authority. And for many families, schools are that. But unlike other people in power, schools can't really defend themselves. Teachers and leaders can become the punch bag. So look, yeah, a minority of parents do undermine schools. But the bigger picture is that there's a system under pressure. Funding cuts, high stakes accountability, a lack of outside support leave schools carrying everything. When that happens, behaviour issues are going to become a lot harder to manage. Parents absolutely have a role to play in supporting behaviour, but schools can't fix this alone. We need proper partnership, and we need to acknowledge how the world outside the school gates, especially with social media for both parents and kids and the pressures of everyday life, it's shaping what's happening inside classrooms.